Did you know that you were done with WWE at that point?
Not even necessarily, no. Because so I knew my contract was ending in June, mid-June, give or take.
All right, guys, in this clip, Ricochet is in his first interview. Since leaving the WWE, Chris Van Vliet is conducting this interview and asks Ricochet the one question everyone thinks they know the answer to. Why exactly did he leave WWE? Was it bad booking, money, or just wanting to try something different? So let's get right into it and watch this clip.
Did you know at that point, when you're in that storyline getting decimated by Braun Breaker and basically being written out, did you know that you were done with WWE at that point?
Not even necessarily, no. Because so I knew my contract was ending in June, mid-June, give or take. But all the way up to that point, there was never a point where I knew I was leaving. I think it was just, again, like I said, I think there was a point like 3 or 4 years, about like 3.5 years ago into my WWE career where I just said like, this isn't what I want to do, but I'm just going to do whatever's asked of me, whatever they need me to do, whatever they want me to do, like whoever they need me to lose to or whatever move they need to make look cool or whatever. I'm just going to do it because I'm here and like, I want to put in the work and show that I'm willing to do what they need me to do to like get other opportunities. And I feel like if they did give me a bone here or there just to, and I was always on television. I was always showcased on television. So that was always nice, but I felt like it was always for Shinsuke, for Sammy, for Sheamus, for someone else. It was never like Ricochet's story. Like even with like Logan, it was like for Logan. You know what I mean? They gave me little bits and pieces, but it was really for Logan to move on to something else. And after a while, it's just like, man, like, and again, anything can happen at any turn of the road. Like it could have been like the next week, they could have been like, oh, now we're doing this. And so that's always a chance. But at the end of the day, I think I was really just trying to find out where I was going to be the happiest, And like I said before, when I was younger, I always loved watching the WWE or WWF at the time, WWE now. I always grew up with the figures and loved it, but I never thought I was going to be in the WWE. Even when I started wrestling, I just started wrestling because it's something that I enjoyed and I found friends in it and I found camaraderie and it's something that made me feel good. Again, maybe from being like from Paducah, Kentucky, like a little kid, like you never think you're going to be on that stage. So that's why maybe I never thought about it. I just happened to chance happened and I just, something else bigger happened and something else bigger happened. And then the landscape kind of changed and then luckily things started changing and NXT happened and then Lucha happened. And so, but yeah, I don't think there was ever a point where I was, this is what I'm doing. I think I just want to do what's going to make me feel good now. What's going to make me feel good.
What was the deciding factor? What was the final thing where you're like, I'm not re-signing with WWE because?
Again, I think it was just I got to thinking like, okay, what will I be doing? Where will I be in like 3 years? And after that, where will I be? And again, anything can happen. You don't know what you're going to, you don't know circumstances, but you just kind of have to play from your experiences. Because again, especially in the wrestling industry, everybody has a different experience.
Sure. Yeah.
And just from my personal experiences and what I feel like Ricochet has been put through, I don't know, I felt like I had already not paid my dues or whatever, but I felt like I was able to like be on the next level of like performers there, I guess. But I felt like I was starting over again. I felt like I was starting over with the Braun Breakers and the Ilias and the Carmelos and the new guys just coming in. Like I feel like Ricochet was with those guys coming back in. It's like, man, I've already been here for 5 or 6 years. Like I want to be doing something else, And again, at the end of the day, I wasn't going to go to the highest bidder. I was just going to go to whoever is going to make me feel good. And ignite that spark again, because I felt like that fire that was burning inside of me was like still there, but it was just like little embers that needed that gasoline on it to like really make it ignite, you know?
Yeah.
And I just felt, and at the time I felt like AEW could be that gasoline for my fire. And since being there, I feel like I made the right choice. Just even getting to be in there with the guys that I've been in there with, the Leos and the AR Fox, and even Nick Wayne, someone I've never been in there with, Sammy Guevara, Mortos, like people I've never worked with that I've been excited with, but also people like AR Fox and Leo who I've worked with before years ago.
Yeah.
That now we're both different performers. So I really think that had a lot to do with it. But there was no like specific moment where something happened and it flicked the switch and I'm like, that's where I'm going. I just think it's what felt right. And even when I find myself walking around the bowl and looking, that's like, man, I know I made the right decision. I know I did.
Honestly, this clip makes me look at Rico a little different. There's a couple problems. Why didn't he just wait a couple more years in the WWE? Some superstars don't get their big one until sometimes 10 years later. And why is he about to cry? I thought he stood firmly on all of these decisions. He doesn't sound confident at all about leaving the WWE and sounds like a bum. I don't even need to ask what you guys think. I know you guys are on my side about this. Ricochet made the wrong move entirely. If you somehow think he made the right move leaving WWE, let me know what you think in the comments and I'll catch you guys in the next one.